Everything goes white. I can feel the breeze. Euphoric delight. Only you and me.
With our overwhelming daily lives in Ho Chi Minh City, we definitely needed a weekend getaway. For us, a typical day in Ho Chi Minh City is stressful and also packed with a lot of things. Not to mention that it's pretty difficult to find a patch of greenery here in this city. We usually try to travel a little bit farther to get to one of the parks, but even then, that park is not very big, and the trails aren't that long. So it's nothing in comparison to Calgary, where we used to live before. And as of late, we found ourselves really missing being able to go hiking and seeing all the greenery and scenery around us. Hence, the reason we decided to go to the coastal city.
6 feet deep.
My name is Maddie, and I'm on a journey around Vietnam on a scooter with my husband David. I used to think that traveling in a foreign country would be something that would not only be extremely overwhelming, but also expensive. But since moving to Vietnam from North America, I find that it's not as overwhelming as what I thought it would be. I used to be the type of person to watch others travel around the world to amazing destinations and live vicariously through them. I never imagined that I myself would ever get to do that. But now I have that opportunity and I fully plan on seizing it. For our trip today, it was a 2-hour scooter ride from Ho Chi Minh City to VUNG TAU. Sorry for pronouncing the name wrong. Now, VUNG TAU means ship pond or ship gulf. Basically, it's a place where many people anchor ships or boats, hence the name. Now, for this scooter ride, I honestly expected it to be pretty boring. Most of us are used to listening to music while we're riding in a car, going down the freeway or the highway, wherever it may be. But we did not have that kind of option when riding on a scooter. It's difficult to listen to music unless you have a speaker, a Bluetooth speaker, whatever it is, or even headphones in. But we didn't have that option. So as we started riding around, I started thinking of ways to try and play music. But then, once we got outside of the city, that thought completely escaped my mind. I didn't mind not having tunes blasting in my ears while we were going down the road. But instead, I found myself completely engrossed in the scenery around. Everything was so new to me. We purchased our scooter a month ago, and we always had this idea of traveling around Vietnam and seeing all the beautiful scenery. But then we began to get more curious of what the daily lives of other people look like, and that is why this channel was born. We really want to share with you guys not only the scenery, but also what life looks like in a different country.
You were always overthinking every little step that you would ever take. As we grew older, you couldn't stop.
Now, since we're riding a scooter, you'll get to see a lot of the scenery around as we ride to the places. Now, each episode is going to be packed with exciting information. Not only will we show you what to do and where to go, but we'll also show you food and various activities, along with the prices in each episode. That way, if you ever plan on traveling to Vietnam, you are able to estimate about how much you'll be spending on your trip. With everything that we intend to do for this channel, I hope that you guys like this video and all of our future content. And if so, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Just so you guys know, we did not book a hotel in advance. So we spent quite a bit of time riding around on the scooter to try and find a place that was affordable and also close to the beach. Now, after reaching the city, we very quickly began our hotel hunt.
This kind of place has to be coupled with restaurants and hotels, but then those things are in maintenance right now.
And to be completely honest, to go on this trip without any pre-planning wasn't bad at all and was a really great experience. So if you're the type of person to plan everything to a T, pack your itinerary full of things in order to enjoy a trip fully, then I hope that this proves that that's not true. The first hotel was one that was pretty close to the beach, but it didn't work out as it was under construction. The second hotel that we went to was one that was really close to the beach. It had a seaside view, but it was fully booked, unfortunately.
I'm wearing your t-shirt. It smells like roses after rain. There was storm.
But that was okay. It did not stop us. We decided to continue down the road and see if we can find any other hotels that were along the beach. Now with this third hotel, it looked absolutely stunning. As you were going in, you can see all of the amenities that they had available. They had a pool, a gym, and some other areas to hang out in right next to the beach. This one really intrigued me, and I was definitely hoping that they had an affordable room for us. Unfortunately, as we went in, there was only one room left, and that was a room for 4 people, which would cost around $250. That was definitely out of our budget range. So with this, we went on to the next hotel.
Did I say it out loud? It's your fault for making me this way. 'Cause when I see you, it's like breathing underwater.
Yeah, we can view the room before making a decision.
Yeah, I have read all about it.
Alright, another place is a fail, but that's okay. We're gonna keep going down the road and go to another hotel.
And why didn't we choose those rooms?
They're pretty expensive. Well, they're out of our budget right now.
$80 per night.
Yeah, that's, like I said, out of our budget right now.
Okay, let's go.
Around 2:30, the sun was shining brightly and it was getting pretty hot. We were also feeling a little exhausted, but we had to continue to the next hotel and view the room. I actually found it really interesting and I learned something new. This is a foreign concept to me, that you can actually view the room before you book it, which is not very typical in North America. This one was the most affordable one, but we decided not to take it because it did not have a desk space for us to work, which was really important for this trip. So let's continue our hunt. For this hotel, it was one that David looked up online, and I'll admit we got a little lost on our way there, but in the end, we found it.
I like how you can just maneuver the backpack. Oh man. This is something that is so different. You can view the rooms before you decide to stay in them.
As David talked to the owner, she didn't mind giving us the room keys so that we can go view the rooms ourselves, meaning they have to trust you a lot. So I'm pretty happy that we seemed pretty trustworthy.
How much is it?
And this one is a little more expensive, so 500 per night, as opposed to the other one, which doesn't have a window. And after 12, like the next day after 12, if you want to stay around 5 until like 5 or 6 to check out,
Yeah.
then they're gonna ask us to pay 30,000 more Vietnam dongs, right?
Yeah.
Per hour. So
The other thing is like, look at that. That's it. You
Yeah.
get a little view, just the tiniest, but there's
Right.
construction though.
you can see the beach. We thought we chose this room, but turns out the business owner, I mean the hotel owner, has 2 different side-by-side businesses. And so there's another hotel at the back, and that one has much better rooms. So I saw the rooms.
That's nice.
Yeah. So we decided to move to the other unit. Let's go. Luckily, Maddie didn't fully unpack everything. So let's go, let's go. I think this one is amazing. It's a large bed.
Not only that, we're only going to be in here for sleeping anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. I like this one. It is really decent. The bed feels soft too. Probably just pull it out. Alright, so we just made it into the room, guys. We didn't really splurge on the room too much. We only spent a little bit more to make sure that we have a desk for our work tonight, but that's about it. We are really close to the beach, so this hotel room is a little bit more expensive compared to others if you go maybe farther into the city, but we're like, what, 2 minutes away from the beach?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say so. Not only,
walking.
oh yeah, walking distance. So the beach is in like walking distance from here. And along with that, there are so many restaurants and other really cool places to see in the vicinity. So I'm really excited about this. So the first thing that we're gonna do right now is go get something to eat. It is like 2 o'clock, 3, 4?
3.
Oh, it's 3 o'clock and we still haven't eaten lunch yet. And I'm starved. I'm pretty sure you're starved too, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm almost dead.
Oh, also we have to make sure to get something pescatarian because the last time we got something that had a little bit of meat in it, my tummy got really upset. So gotta be careful.
Has been bringing me down for so long now. I'm tired of the fight. That's why I'm trying to wake up with a new mind, new eyes, new way of looking at life. So come on, come on, come on, hey.
Okay. She said that the Vietnamese menu has more dishes than the English ones.
But
So-
I can look at the pretty pictures.
Would you like some salad though?
No.
So I got 3 dishes besides rice. The first one is a sour soup with a type of fish. So we call it a pineapple fish. for that particular sour soup dish or bowl. And then we have a stir-fried dish of squids.
Oh, I was eyeballing this
with parsley and a stir-fried vegetable dish without any proteins in it, and that's everything.
That sounds really good. So pretty balanced, I'd say. These ones are really good. One of my favorites. I've been wanting it again for a long time. And you didn't get any rice?
They're gonna bring the rice out later.
Oh, okay. And then the last dish. We get 2 good slices of fish.
So they serve rice in a tiny little clay pot like this. So the rice must be very fragrant, and I don't know, maybe it tastes better
I'm thinking it's also gonna be a little crispy though too.
at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think too.
Oh yeah. I can feel it with the spoon.
Now, you might be wondering why we didn't get any dishes that contained pork, beef, or chicken. And that is because David and I are pescatarian. We decided to go pescatarian not that long ago, and it was honestly one of the best decisions of our lives. Especially with living here in Vietnam, seafood is very affordable and delicious. With the sheer amount of variety of seafood they have, you can never get bored and always find something new to eat. And to top it all off, the vegetables here are mostly completely new to me. They're ones that I've never seen before, but they're honestly so delicious. But don't forget to eat it with some rice because you definitely need something that will keep you full for a long time.
Last bite. Favorite bite. I stick with my original. Say this one's the best. Always gonna have the best bite for last. All right, let's go to the beach. Finally. It is already, what, 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock.
Yeah, 4.
4.
We left the house at, I want to say 7:38. So
Yeah.
much for our planned 6 a.m.
Cars coming, watch out.
I heard it. Anyway, so much for our 6 a.m. leave, right?
I think the thing that took us most of the time
Sleeping.
was finding a hotel.
Oh, yeah, that did take up a lot of our time.
Yeah.
What are the flags for?
Probably to tell people the area of like safe areas and stuff. So they shouldn't be going there, or maybe they should go there, I don't know.
Oh, kind of like the limit?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go farther that way to get away from the music.
Yeah, let's go.
Once my feet touched the sand of the beach, I felt myself getting really giddy about getting in the water. I grew up a water baby, so I definitely missed going into the water and just swimming around and enjoying. Now, I might not be the best swimmer, but that does not mean that I can't enjoy. Here in the city, the sand is pretty clean and the people generally tend to be more respectful and try to keep the environment clean and friendly. Since this place tends to be a big tourist attraction, the people understand that it is a place that represents the country, so they tend to try and keep it clean.
Wanna go right here?
So we have to pay in order to use these.
What?
I
You
think
do?
là ngồi được luôn hả? Chứ có cần phải trả tiền không?
They're
Bao
free.
nhiêu tiền?
There he is. Mr. Tour Guide.
Hai cái thôi.
Hai cái
Ồ, vậy.
400.
À, hiểu rồi. Dạ rồi, không sao đâu. Dạ được rồi. Chào cảm ơn nha. Dạ.
What is it?
$15
To sit?
to reserve 2 spots or 2 chairs. And she said that if you rent one of those, you can actually sit until you go home. So it belongs to you basically. But anyway, it doesn't have to be like that, right? So
Okay.
we don't have to sit under the umbrella.
Can I take off my clothes?
Do you feel comfortable? How comfortable are you right now?
Decently.
Okay.
You want to sit on my pants? Finally bringing it out of the bathing suit.
I'm standing outside of a bar, halfway around the world. I couldn't speak a word. That doesn't matter, 'cause when I looked at her, my heart felt fluent. Hotel room was much too far. Rice wine on your lips from back at the bar. Put some motors in the back of this taxi. Singing to all the songs we both don't know. Running wild in the city after the show. Casino under the lights of Tokyo. Locked eyes and I realized I've got nothing left inside. Got nothing left to hide. And I don't care what they say. If I just met you, everything's gotta start somewhere. It's gotta start somewhere. Hotel room is much too far. Rice wine on your lips from back at the bar. Put some motors in the back of this taxi. Singing to all the songs we both don't know. Running wild in the city after the show. Casino under the lights of Tokyo. In the taxi, sing songs in the backseat, living life like it's meant to be lived. Got some words in the taxi, sing songs in the backseat, living life like it's meant to be lived.
All right. It's a little bit windy, but oh my gosh, I really like this beach. The water isn't that cold. I remember when we went to the beach in your mom's city and the water was still really cold then, but here it's so warm. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's really warm, easy to swim in. You don't have to do any adjusting like you would if you were swimming in a lake or something. I like it. It is also pretty lively here. There's a lot of people. As you can see, people like over there are playing games, which makes it pretty interesting. I have no idea what they're playing. I'm guessing it's one of like the companies. Apparently here it's pretty common for companies to have team or company gatherings to build teamwork, is what they call it. One of my students actually talked about having to do this one time. They came to the beach and just played games, and that's it. I also liked swimming, but swimming isn't as fun when you're doing it by yourself, David. But it was still pretty fun, even though I was out there by myself for a little bit. That's okay. But also just sitting and relaxing on the beach is fine too. Like, I don't know. Just learning to be peaceful.
I think when I flew the drone above of you, like we went really far out. Like you went like the furthest, right? And not a lot of people reached the point that you were out there.
Oh yeah.
And you looked pretty happy, you know?
What I was trying to do was body surf. So you wait until the wave is at the peak and then starts to break and roll over. And that's when you go along with the wave. And that's something that my cousins and I really like to do whenever we went to my cousin's house on the coast of Washington. We would like to go into the ocean and body surf. But I didn't go out far enough to get to where the wave usually breaks. So I wanted to go out even farther. I debated on going to the last row of flags, but because I was out there by myself too, I just didn't want to. And I'm also afraid of like what is under the water. I'm not familiar with the sea creatures here, so it made me super nervous.
Since this place is teeming with people every single day, especially on the weekends, they have to make sure that there's no venomous creatures.
Yeah, but they could still do all of that, but sometimes some creatures do end up coming in, like, what is it, jellyfish? You guys have jellyfish, right?
We do have a lot of jellyfish here and fish, like starfish too. But with this number of people, you're not going to be the first person who finds out if there's any.
I'd like to use that logic, but then what if? What if you're that 0.001%?
Still, you're not going to be like the first person who knows it. So Maddie, you always do look so giddy, excited, and really happy when you are in the water. So is there any attachments that you have with water?
Of course, like whenever we would go home to my grandparents' house before we left for Germany, we would sometimes go to the beach. Well, the beach. You don't necessarily call it a beach because it's just sand by a river, right? You, sir, we're talking about the definition of a beach. Anyway, but yeah, we would go swimming at the beach near my grandparents' house sometimes. And then when we finally moved back to the US, we went to the beach a lot, almost every summer.
Right.
That's also where I would go swimming regularly. And rather than the flags, we had a log boundary. So the boundary was just outlined by logs, all linked together by a chain or something. And what we would do is we would try and climb and sit on those logs, which is actually really difficult. It takes quite a bit of upper body strength, and then you have to kick your feet quite a bit to hoist yourself up onto the log. But I love doing that. I found it pretty fun. It was also a really great workout.
We only do this once in a while, and so how would you compare your swimming skill before and after, like before and now?
It's still the same. I doggy paddle. I only doggy paddle. Paddle enough, that's it.
When you travel here, you're not the local and you don't know if it is safe to swim in a particular area of the sea, just don't go.
Well, not only that, but like if you're not familiar with the sea creatures as well, like you can feel like you're well versed, you looked up everything. But sometimes there are things that you cannot find on the internet that the locals know about, right?
Exactly.
And the locals are the ones that know the areas that are safer to swim in, where there won't be as many risks. That's why it's always important to ask, or at least go to the public beaches where there's many people from the area, and that way you know, like, okay, it's a little bit safer. Hey, I have a question. Would you go parasailing with me?
Of course not.
Why? Because we're both afraid of heights?
I wouldn't say that I am afraid of height. I'd say that I have a duty to complete here. I have to take care of all the gear on my back right now. So.
Yeah, but what if? All right. What if we take turns?
It's still a no.
You thought about it for a second though, right?
No, not really, because you know what? My safety, I have to think about my safety, and I have to prioritize my security, because without me, you won't be able to make it back to Ho Chi Minh City.
Life insurance policy.
Ha ha ha. Talking about the most important role in this trip. I can't risk it, you know?
Okay. Let's go that way. I want to head
let's go that way. Yeah.
Yeah, the parasailers. Woo!
Look at her. See.
Careful at the sandcastle. What are these?
They're crab holes.
Can we dig for a crab and see if we get one?
They're small. They're really small.
Yeah,
But they run so fast though.
Really? No. Oh! I saw it! Look at it! Ah, look. All right.
What?
All of these little balls are from the crabs.
Yeah.
Anyway, I saw one scuttle from here into the hole. You can't see it anymore because I think I freaked it out. Maybe if we wait long enough and are quiet. It blended into the sand so well that I almost missed it. But then I saw it move from over here to here.
Run away for life, because humans are dangerous and they're everywhere.
He thinks I'd eat him. I probably would too. Come here. Look at what I found. Look what I got. Come here. Stop walking away from me. I found a pretty thingy and another pretty thingy.
2 tests of snails.
Give me your pocket.
They're still alive.
No,
You want
they're
to
not.
kill them?
They're dead. There's
No,
nothing.
they're not dead.
Look, there's nothing in here,
They
David.
still live in there. Trust me.
Well, then let's eat them.
Let's eat them. I told you, and I told everybody. I just said, you know what? Humans are the most dangerous creature on earth. So when you go to an area like this,
It's their
don't
fault
be afraid of all of the venomous creatures, okay?
Be afraid of the humans.
Yeah, because you are the most dangerous creature.
I pick them up because they're pretty. Ooh!
Yep. She found some bigger ones.
There's nothing in there.
Yeah.
You're coming home with me.
Let's see how long she's gonna keep them.
I've already stuck the other 2 in the bag. You're not taking them out, so.
Let me tell you guys something. Before, we went to an area which we call an abandoned area in Ho Chi Minh City, and she was in love with those flowers were on the floor, on the ground. She had the same attitude, like she liked them a lot, and she said, these flowers are so beautiful. And then
They're
she,
still in my backpack.
yeah, she ended up like taking a lot
They're
of them home.
still in my bag.
Yeah. Taking them home and never see them again.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're gonna be stuck there forever, wherever you left them.
Do you guys have sand dollars here?
Sand what?
Sand dollars.
Sand dollars?
Yeah.
No.
It's like a fossilized clam.
Why don't you get into the water? Please don't go far. Don't go too far out.
I thought you were behind me.
She always loves water. She likes swimming, and she looks so giddy, happy, and excited when being in water. Whether it is sea, going to a beach, or going to a lake. In Calgary, we don't have beaches like this, but we do have a lot of lakes, rivers, and that one time I took her there and she was so happy. The way that she swam though, that was when I realized that going swimming
I
is
can't
part
even
of
hear what you're saying.
her hobby.
Make sure my sandals don't blow away.
Don't worry, you're not gonna lose it.
Oh, there they go. Did you ever do this when you were a kid?
Nope, never.
Really? Do it. Just, yeah, no. Lift your heels up like you're stepping in place. I'm already to my ankles.
This is weird. When you do it, all of a sudden you create like a quicksand area around you, and then your feet just sink in. No. I think she can do that all day. She looks so happy. Look at that, look at that. Oh.
How about you want to bet I could go to my knees?
This is exactly what I mean. When she's into something, nobody can stop her from doing it. Told you guys, she's gonna do this all day. Ow. Look at the hole. Are you
No.
satisfied now?
Let's start wider now. No, I'm kidding. What is that? See, I told you, oh,
Because of COVID or something,
probably.
a lot of the places, even though they have such a very good position next to the beach like this, but they still have to run out of business.
Yeah, which is really sad. But I wonder if there's any that are still open along the way. The flags are indicating where it's safe for people.
Oh,
And
yeah.
this part feels really rough, so I can understand why not a lot of people are coming here with their children.
Right.
Like if you look, most of it is older children that are in the water.
That's why all of the businesses, if you look there, that's a restaurant, and I think that's another type of business. And then maybe that part here over there too,
Yeah.
they seem abandoned. They seem like they're out of business. Because this part, not a lot of people are coming. Yeah, look at her. She's making another hole.
We were just standing there. Time to capture the cameraman. Say hello, Mr. Handsome Boy. Hey, come here. Let's go to the sidewalk. It's a lot harder to walk right now on the sand. Can I have my shorts now? I'll take my shorts.
All right.
How do I look? Like one of those regular women?
After our time at the beach, we had to head back to the hotel to do a little bit of work, which only took about an hour and a half. After the work, our stomachs were rumbling and we were ready for dinner. We didn't have a planned destination for dinner. We just decided to walk down one of the busy streets and look around to see what we can find.
Can we go to a place with squid and octopus?
Sure.
Okay. You're gonna have to help.
I want to have to help.
Yeah, you have to help because I can't read anything.
Why don't you just do it yourself? Mình có ngồi trên được hả? Okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah? Alright.
I chose this one because it has that. Go upstairs.
Okay. They have this octopus.
Okay.
What is it?
Octopus. I think they will put some satay into it, and then they marinate it with satay, and then they'll grill it.
What hotel did we stay at? Literally right across the street.
No, not right across the street. All the way over there. So, 1 block away.
David, that's the construction building right there, right? And then we walk through. There's 2 sides, right? The one side, I didn't want to have to give up the keys, so I went to the left instead of the right because people were sitting there at the right.
Right.
So it has to be on this side of the second business they have, remember? The front and the back.
Right.
We went out the front and in the back end, it should be on this street.
No.
David, look, that's the construction building right there.
Oh yeah. So it's around 10 o'clock, and I know that it's been a rough day, a long day for us. How are you feeling right now?
I'm really good after like the nap that we had. The nap made it all the better.
You napped? I didn't. I just closed my eyes. Closed my eyes. But I never fell asleep.
I'm surprised you're still going.
The first dish, look at this. Finger snail.
It's got water morning glory and fried shallots.
Right on top.
A good tip that we have, or something that we do just to feel safe, is once you squeeze the lime or the juice out of the lime or kumquat, just quickly wipe off the chopsticks with that to help have the acidity clean off the chopsticks.
No longer an American.
I've adopted everything, pretty much. There are little trash cans in there.
Yeah?
There's typically a small trash can under the tables to toss any shells. I wouldn't look at it right now, it's kind of nasty. But to toss any shells or debris under there. Still, if you are eating something with seafood that has shells, just quickly glance under the table and you might see a little can there. But be careful, sometimes that bucket or can is also used to store beer or drinks. So just be careful with that. Okay, I'm gonna start eating because I'm starving. Eat.
Me too.
Now, if you're watching this video on an empty stomach, I'm pretty sure your tummy is gonna be rumbling, especially after seeing this food. And the seafood is very fresh, mainly because we're on a coastal city.
And this is the second.
I have no idea what the name of those ones are.
I have no idea either. So they call it fragrant snails. Same price, $5, $5. And we have the third dish that is gonna come out soon, which is still $5. So we have a total of 3 dishes, and the total cost is about $15.
Plus your beer.
Yeah.
The finger snails are really good. Everyone's enjoying. I think we ate it before and it had like what, pork with it?
No. I don't think we ever tried it. This is the first time.
No. It was the place that's across from our house when that place first opened up. There was something, either it was this one or this one.
This one.
Oh, it
Finger
had the
snails.
pork cubes.
Yeah. This is probably the 5th time for the finger snail.
They're the best.
Thank you. And the last dish. This is also Maddie's forever favorite dish. She likes octopus a lot, and this one is grilled with satay in it, so she's gonna love it.
I love squid and like octopus. I don't know why, but I just love the cheesiness of it. Let's go for the tentacle. My favorite are the tentacles. Anytime we get dried squid, I'm always the one to finish the tentacles. Sorry, David. You don't get no tentacles. I'm torn.
You're torn?
I can't decide which one should be the last bite. The finger snails or the octopus.
I see.
Last bites are hard, man.
And the reason she's saying that is because she always spares the best bite that she deems to eat last.
Of course. You gotta have that nice piece left in your mouth when you walk away. That's also why I eat sandwiches in a funny way. That makes a big mess, but it makes me happy.
So sometimes she eats something with a side dish like this, and then she just spares it by putting it into the bowl like this, like the side dish. And then if the other person who's eating with her doesn't understand it, they would probably be concerned or questioning, oh, so Maddie doesn't like it or something? Why she puts it in there?
I need it out of the way.
Now, since going pescatarian, I've had my fair share of seafood, but I have to admit, the food at this restaurant was 10 times better, I think mainly due to the atmosphere and the vibrancy of the city.
This is actually the best, guys. When you set up the camera and then wherever you go, and as long as your phone is connected with data, if you have data on your phone, then you can also check like what's going on within your room, because it's where you store all of your expensive gear and stuff, right? So it's just the best to have that kind of camera when you are going on a road trip and you have to rent a hotel, because hotels here in Vietnam are pretty sketchy.
Not all of them, but some of them. I've been seeing a lot on like the expat communities talking about how their rooms got broken into, and then they went to reception and reception did nothing. So I was paranoid about it, and I was like, it's better to be safe than sorry. So we brought our motion detection camera with us to just watch the room while we're away.
because Maddie is being with me and I'm a local. I'm not considered as a local in this area, but I'm a Vietnamese, so I know how to talk to people. I know the type of places that people will go, especially locals, by asking and by interacting with people without having to experience any language barrier. So when we go to places that are kind of unique, peculiar to Vietnamese people,
Yeah.
only the locals go there, right? And then when you are there with me,
Show up.
yeah, it's rare for people to see a Western girl or white girl to step in the area. That's why you attract a lot of the attention.
Sometimes it just makes it hard, you know? But I understand the point.
What the hell is this white girl doing here?
Eating snails. That's the other thing that bothers me. If I'm eyeballing one last piece, like say we're sharing a dish, right? And it's a fish dish. So you have like the whole slab of fish. I'll eyeball a piece to have like the last bite. And then I get so hurt on the inside of somebody that we're eating with takes the last bite that I was looking at. I was like, I wanted that piece.
That's why Maddie is not the type of girl who can eat with a lot of other people.
I don't say anything, but
She's really religiously doing it. That's why a lot of people don't understand it. They don't take it seriously, right? But then she does it as her second nature.
always. You can see I did it in breakfast too.
Yeah. And so it makes it hard for her to eat with other people when they don't really understand or they think it's a joke or something. But for her, it's a religion.
Take it so seriously, man. It's a hard decision sometimes, you know? Especially when you got two great dishes.
Thank you.
After finishing dinner, we decided to squeeze in some physical activity.
Go to the crosswalk over here. Remember, I'm wearing the pants in this relationship, okay?
We walked along the road on Front Beach, which is where we were earlier, just to really soak in the vibrancy of the nightlife here in the city.
It's so obnoxious that you're kind, that you always have time for family and help out everybody as if
You see how they flash the headlights?
That means they're not gonna stop.
Yeah, they're not gonna yield.
Alright, let's go over here.
Something to take note here is it's actually much later on in the night. It was around 10 o'clock that we went out for dinner, and by the time we finished dinner, it was around 10:30, so some of the places tend to close around that time. So it wasn't as busy and bustling as it was earlier.
Can I resist you? It's maddening that you make me smile, even at times when no one else can. When I get overwhelmed and I want the world to fade away just for a while. Over the top.
So tell me, what is the difference in your opinion between the nightlife in Ho Chi Minh City and the nightlife here?
Here it's just more chill. That's about it. But they still do the same thing. Bars, drinking. There is some more fun stuff though. That's just my opinion.
A lot of the people that are doing all of the activities around this area right now are not the locals. So they came from so many other different parts of Vietnam. That's why they came here for only 2 reasons, right? Parties and going to the beach. Of an introvert, guys.
Okay.
As we were approaching the bar that has loud music over there,
That's where I wanted
he
to
backed
be.
down. He backed out. He told me to turn around. Nah, that's not what I want.
I don't want it.
After refusing to pass the club with booming music, we made a U-turn, headed back towards our hotel, and decided to go into the convenience store just to get a little something to drink and a snack to eat to conclude our first day in the city.
This is what we're here for.
Okay. It's okay. 1 bottle for you is enough, or 2? I wouldn't get that.
Why?
First of all, mint is a little too much for a stomach, and then now alcohol, it has some alcoholic substance or volume in it. I think it's gonna be a lot more handled.
I like to show it. Can you come see the percentage?
It says right here, 12.5.
Now, what I can tell you was this first day was a blast. And I'm already feeling giddy at the thought of what tomorrow will bring. So don't forget to watch our next episode of our trip to VUNG TAU. And I will see you next time.